Chosen ones, what I am about to reveal may take you by surprise, even leave you breathless. It is no coincidence that you are receiving this message at this precise moment. God's hand has led you here because something truly life-changing is unfolding. You are transitioning from merely desiring to actually receiving. Yes, you heard that right. The prayers you have poured out, the dreams that once seemed distant, these are no longer just wishes lingering in the future. They are stepping into reality. This transformation is more than just a shift in mindset. It is a profound spiritual and energetic awakening. As one of God's chosen, you are about to witness doors opening and blessings arriving with a grace and speed that will leave you in awe. But to fully embrace the abundant life God has prepared for you, it is crucial to understand how this shift works, so you can align your heart and soul with it, stepping boldly into your divine purpose. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to connect with this message. Pause and do 3 things. Like this video, subscribe to help us reach 100,000 subscribers, and comment the number 77. This number is not random, it is a powerful spiritual declaration. Throughout the Bible, numbers carry divine significance. By writing 77, you amplify the energy of this message, signaling to the heavens that you are ready to receive. Think of Joshua and the walls of Jericho. Those walls crumbled because the people aligned in faith and action. Your comment here is a symbolic act of readiness, a declaration that you are prepared to step into your destiny. If you are truly among the chosen, you will feel an undeniable pull to stay with this message until the end. Something deep within you will confirm that this is meant for you. But if the truth is not yet yours to receive, you may find yourself turning away before the final word is spoken. So ask yourself, will you embrace this truth and allow it to transform your life? Those who do, those who hold on to this revelation, will witness their lives shift in ways they once only dreamed of. Let's step into the divine transformation awaiting God's chosen ones. You are moving from wanting to receiving. Here's how it happens. The power of desire. Chosen ones, let's explore the profound nature of desire. Desire is more than a passing wish or a fleeting thought. It is the recognition of a sacred space, a gap between where you are and where God is leading you. This gap is not just a mental or emotional void, it is a divine awareness that you are created for something greater. Your life is a journey unfolding with purpose, and extraordinary blessings are waiting just beyond the horizon. Desire is not random. It is a divine signal, a call from God that there is more to discover, more to achieve, and more to become. But with this awareness often comes an ache, a longing, a feeling that something essential is still just out of reach. This yearning can be overwhelming, filling you with impatience or even doubt. Perhaps you are praying for deep and lasting love, seeking financial abundance to support yourself and others, striving for success that makes a difference, or yearning for inner peace to anchor your soul. Whatever your desire, it places you in a state of reaching, where fulfillment feels just a step away. At times, desire may seem like an unending chase, always ahead of you, always beckoning. But here is something crucial to understand. Desire is not a burden, it is a divine force. It is the spiritual spark that fuels creation. The Bible affirms this over and over. Consider Hannah's story in 1 Samuel. Her longing for a child was so deep that it brought her to the temple in fervent prayer. Her desire led her into a covenant with God, and through her faith she received her blessing, Samuel, who became a prophet. Her longing was not a weakness, it was the very thing that aligned her with God's purpose. Could it be that your own unfulfilled desires are not obstacles but divine invitations? Could your frustrations and dreams be guiding you toward something far greater than you imagined? Without desire, there would be no growth, no transformation, no pursuit of the path God has laid before you. Reflect on this. In what ways might God be using your desires to draw you closer to Him? Desires, whether whispered in prayer, burning deep within your heart, or set as ambitious goals, are like seeds planted in the fertile ground of God's will. The moment you desire something, you set a process in motion, as though heaven itself is listening and responding. And yet, many remain stuck in the stage of wanting. Despite their prayers, their longing, and their faith, they struggle to move beyond desire into fulfillment. Why? Often it is because desire, when not transformed by faith, keeps you in a state of lack. When you constantly say, "I want this," or "I need that," you reinforce the idea that what you seek is still out of reach. This mindset unintentionally creates a barrier. The Bible offers wisdom on this in Matthew 6:8. Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. When you focus solely on what you lack, you overlook the greater truth. God already knows your desires and is working to fulfill them. Jesus teaches in Mark 11:24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." This is the key, shifting from a mindset of wanting to one of confident expectation. So ask yourself, could it be that holding on to longing too tightly is what's preventing you from receiving? What if the missing step in your journey is surrendering desire into trust? What if shifting from need to gratitude, thanking God as if your blessings are already yours, unlocks the very thing you've been waiting for? But chosen ones, you were never meant to remain in the cycle of wanting. Your path is different. You have been called to step beyond this phase and embrace your divine inheritance. You possess the unique power to transform your reality, to shift your energy from longing to receiving. This is the gateway to fulfillment. The key is understanding that desire is the beginning, not the destination. Once you grasp this truth, you reclaim your role as a co-creator with God. You shift from passive waiting to active faith. Remaining in the wanting phase keeps you in limbo, hoping circumstances will change on their own. But stepping into your divine authority means believing that your desires are already in motion. It means aligning your spirit with the certainty that what God has promised is already on its way. The Bible gives us powerful examples of this transformation. Consider Elijah during the drought. He prayed for rain, yet he did not simply wait. He acted with unwavering faith, sending his servant repeatedly to look toward the sea, 1 Kings 18:41-45. His faith did not just anticipate an answer, it prepared for it. He knew God's promise was already fulfilled in the spiritual realm, even before it became visible. Could it be that God is calling you to do the same? To step beyond wanting and into unwavering faith, to prepare your life for the blessings already set in motion. The moment you make this shift, the doors of heaven open, and what was once just a distant dream becomes your reality. This is the divine transition awaiting you, chosen one. Are you ready to step into it? Shift your mindset from waiting to preparing, from wanting to welcoming. Imagine how your life might transform if, instead of longing for a breakthrough, you truly believed it was already unfolding. Step into your role as a co-creator with God, understanding that your faith and openness have the power to turn your desires into reality. Let's explore this further. The moment you transition from a mindset of wanting to one of already having, you ignite a profound energetic shift within yourself. No longer fixated on what is missing, you begin to embody the feeling that your desires are already within reach. This transformation extends beyond mere thoughts or words. It alters the way you move, think, and feel, as though your blessings are already present in your life. By making this shift, you bridge the gap between longing and manifestation, drawing your dreams into reality with the magnetic energy that only comes from true belief. Here, faith is no longer just a hope. It becomes the firm foundation upon which your desires rest. Faith is not merely the wish that one day your dreams might come true. It is the unwavering confidence that they are already on their way, already being prepared for you. As Hebrews 11:01 states, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This divine certainty reshapes your inner dialogue from "I want" to "I have." When you embrace this perspective, you align yourself with the universal truth that what you seek is also seeking you. This shift does more than help. It accelerates the manifestation of your desires. moving you from a place of longing to a place of joyful receiving. Consider the story of Abraham. God promised him that he would become the father of many nations, despite his old age and the fact that he had no children. Yet Abraham's faith never wavered. He lived as though the promise had already been fulfilled. Romans 4:17 describes God as one who calls into being things that were not. Abraham's faith collapsed the space between the promise and its fulfillment, making him not just a man of hope, but a man of realized blessings. Could it be that this very shift is the key to bringing your own desires to life? How might your experience change if you carried yourself as though your prayers were already answered? Imagine the joy, the peace, and the readiness to receive that would fill your heart as you confidently step into the blessings prepared for you. Instead of constantly wondering, when will it happen, or why hasn't it happened yet, you begin to live in the certainty that it is already yours. You start expecting your desires to materialize, trusting that the timing is perfect, even if it does not unfold as you initially envisioned. Chosen ones, understand this. The universe is always responding to your energy. If you continue to project the energy of lack and longing, that is exactly what you will experience. But the moment you shift into the energy of having, everything begins to align. You will start noticing signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that match the vibration of your desires. Doors that once seemed closed will open effortlessly. Resources will flow to you with ease, and the very things you have been praying for will begin to manifest. But here's the key. You must believe it before you see it. You must hold the energy of already having, even when it has not yet appeared in the physical world. This is where many people falter. They lose faith when immediate results do not appear, but that is not how manifestation works. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it is not happening. The universe is constantly working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances in ways beyond your current perception. Your role, chosen ones, is to remain aligned with the energy of having. Speak as though it is already done, act as though it is already yours, and cultivate the emotions of gratitude, joy, and excitement, as if your manifestation has already occurred. In doing so, you are not merely hoping for change, you are commanding it into existence. You are co-creating with God, and that is a place of immense power. So, the next time you find yourself desiring something, remember this: you are not meant to dwell in lack. You are meant to transition from wanting to having. You are meant to step fully into your divine role as a co-creator and claim what is already yours. When you do, the universe will respond to your energy and bring your desires into reality faster than you ever imagined. Shifting from wanting to having is not just a mental exercise. It is a deep transformation that rewires your entire approach to life, reshaping how you think, feel, and act. The difference between wanting and having lies in perception, how you interpret your relationship with your desires. When you exist in a state of wanting, you constantly send signals to yourself, to others, and to the universe that something essential is missing. This creates an energetic barrier, a powerful force that separates you from the realization of your desires. Imagine this. Every time you say, "I want this," or "I need that," you are subtly affirming that your dreams are out of reach. As long as you hold on to this belief, the universe mirrors it back to you, reinforcing a cycle of unfulfilled longing. This mindset of wanting locks you into a state of lack, causing your focus to fixate on what is absent. And since energy attracts like energy, this mindset continues to draw more lack into your life. Think of the Israelites wandering in the wilderness. Every time they complained about what they lacked, they faced even greater hardships, reinforcing their experience of scarcity. Yet when they shifted to gratitude and trust in God's provision, miraculous blessings, manna, water from rocks, manifested, Exodus 16. Their shift in focus opened the door to divine abundance. Could it be that your own perspective on lack is blocking the blessings already set aside for you? Well, here's the truth, chosen ones. When you shift your mindset to one of having, you start telling a different story to the universe. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you begin to embody the energy of already having it. No longer waiting in need, you act with a spirit of gratitude as though your blessings have already arrived. This shift in energy aligns you with abundance, and the universe responds accordingly, drawing more of what you are ready to receive. Consider Jesus' words in Mark 11:24. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. This is not just a call to hope. It is an invitation to embody faith, to genuinely feel as if your blessings are already at hand. So ask yourself, what might happen if you started each day with gratitude for things that have not yet materialized? How would your life change if you carried yourself as though your desires were already fulfilled, filling your heart with peace and readiness to receive? So how do you make this shift? It starts with awareness. Become keenly aware of your thoughts and how often they reflect a mindset of lack. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I wish I had this," or "I need that," pause and reframe your thought. Instead, affirm, "I am grateful that this is already mine." Even if you cannot yet see it in the physical world, speak as though it is already done. This is not about pretending or deceiving yourself. It is about aligning with a higher truth. Your desires are already being manifested in the spiritual realm and are making their way into your reality. Your role is to allow them to arrive by matching your energy with the state of having, not wanting. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you signal to the universe that you are already abundant. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to fulfillment, and that shift opens the floodgates for your desires to manifest. A shift in mindset is what accelerates the manifestation process. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, focus on the abundance already present in your life. This naturally elevates your vibration and aligns you with the energy of fulfillment. Visualization is another essential practice. Take time each day to see yourself already living the reality of your desires. Picture yourself in the home you've been dreaming of, or reunited with the partner you've been longing for. Feel the emotions of joy, peace, and fulfillment as if it has already happened. When you do this, you train your subconscious mind to accept this as your reality, and once your subconscious believes it, the universe has no choice but to align with it. It's also crucial to embody the energy of someone who already has what they desire. This doesn't mean reckless spending or impulsive decisions, but rather carrying yourself with the confidence of someone who has already achieved their goals. How would you think, speak, and act if financial abundance was already yours? How would you show up in life if you were already in the loving relationship you've been seeking? Begin stepping into that energy now, and you'll witness how quickly things begin to shift. The chosen ones understand that this shift is not about forcing things into existence. It's about allowing them to flow naturally. When you transition from a state of wanting to a state of having, you stop chasing your desires and start attracting them effortlessly, because your energy is aligned with their manifestation. This is the power of a mindset shift, and it is available to you at this very moment. Trusting divine timing. Now that you grasp the significance of shifting from wanting to having, it's time to explore another key aspect of manifestation: divine timing. This is often one of the most challenging parts of the journey because it requires surrendering control over when your desires will materialize. You've likely heard the phrase, "trust the process," and while it may sound like a simple cliché, it carries a deep and profound truth. Divine timing is not governed by human schedules or expectations. It follows a sacred design in which every event, every blessing, and every lesson unfolds at its perfect moment. When you shift into the mindset of having, you must also acknowledge that your desires already exist in the spiritual realm. They are simply awaiting the right moment to manifest in your physical reality. This can be difficult because we live in a world that values instant gratification, but divine timing operates differently. It aligns with your highest good, considering the bigger picture of your journey. Ecclesiastes 3:01 reminds us, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." God's plan is neither rushed nor delayed. It is intentional and perfectly orchestrated. When you are stuck in the mindset of wanting, a sense of urgency often arises. The need for immediate results can cloud your faith, tempting you to doubt or question the timing of your blessings. Thoughts like, "Why isn't this happening yet?" or "Will this ever come to pass?" create frustration, reinforcing the vibration of lack, which in turn can delay manifestation. James 1, 6-8 warns that doubt makes us like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind, preventing us from fully receiving what God has in store. Could it be that your impatience is an invitation to trust more deeply, to lean into faith rather than fall into doubt? The path of the chosen is rooted in faith, where you affirm, "I know it's already done." When you release the need to control how and when your desires appear, you align yourself with divine timing. Instead of anxiously asking, "When will this happen?" you confidently declare, "It's already mine." This is not just a statement of faith, but an alignment with God's perfect plan. A declaration that you trust His wisdom over your own understanding. Consider this. What would shift in your life if you fully embraced this trust? How much more peace would you experience if you rested in the certainty that God's timing is never too early, never too late, but always perfect? Trusting divine timing means recognizing that there is a greater design at work. Sometimes manifestations don't happen immediately because you are being prepared for them. The universe is aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities behind the scenes, many of which you may not even be aware of. When you truly trust this process, you stop forcing things to happen and allow them to unfold naturally. It's also important to remember that delays are not denials. Just because something hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean it's not on its way. Sometimes a delay is a divine redirection, an indication that something even greater is being prepared for you. Instead of becoming discouraged when things don't manifest as quickly as you'd like, use the waiting period as an opportunity to deepen your faith. Keep moving forward in the energy of already having, celebrating every step of progress, no matter how small. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities that confirm you're on the right path. Most importantly, stay aligned with gratitude and abundance, knowing that the more you trust, the faster things come to fruition. To chosen ones, divine timing is always perfect. It's not about when you think something should happen, it's about when it's meant to happen for your highest good. When you fully embrace this truth, you free yourself from the burden of control and surrender to the flow of the universe. And when you do that, your desires will manifest in ways more beautiful than you could have imagined. The role of faith in manifestation. Now, let's explore the essential role faith plays in the manifestation process. If you've ever wondered why some people effortlessly manifest their desires while others struggle, the answer often lies in one crucial factor: faith. Faith is the foundation of manifestation. It serves as the bridge between your desires and your reality. But faith is not wishful thinking or tentative hope. It is an unshakable conviction that what you seek is already on its way. True faith does not require external proof. It believes with certainty, even before there is any visible evidence. This deep-rooted belief is the core of powerful manifestation. Faith allows you to maintain the energy of already having, even when your physical circumstances haven't yet caught up. Without faith, the path from wanting to having becomes clouded with doubt and hesitation. When you remain in a state of wanting, doubt can creep in, causing you to question whether your dreams are possible, whether you are worthy, or whether they will ever come true. These doubts send mixed signals to the universe, disrupting the flow of blessings. One moment you affirm, "I want this," but the next you contradict it with, "But what if it doesn't happen?" This inconsistency weakens your manifestation process, slowing it down or even blocking it entirely. However, when you shift into the mindset of having, your faith becomes an unstoppable force. You hold firmly to the belief that your desires are already yours, regardless of what your current reality looks like. This is the kind of faith Jesus spoke of in Matthew 17:20, when he said, If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move. You are not tipped to baptism by well. This unwavering confidence creates a powerful energetic pull, drawing your desires toward you with unstoppable momentum. Could it be that this level of faith is the missing key to unlocking the life God has prepared for you? Imagine how your experience would shift if you nurtured this unbreakable faith each day. What would change if you truly believed, without hesitation, that what you seek is not only possible, but already unfolding? By embracing this kind of faith, you become a magnet for divine blessings. You step into alignment with the highest version of yourself and allow miracles to unfold naturally. Chosen ones, the power of faith is within you. Let it guide you, sustain you, and lead you into the abundant life that was always meant for you. A powerful co-creator, setting the stage for miracles. Faith requires patience, but it also demands action. You cannot simply sit back and hope for your desires to appear as if by magic. You must take intentional steps that align with your faith. This may mean stepping outside your comfort zone, making bold choices, or trusting your intuition, even when it defies logic. Faith without works is lifeless. Your actions should reflect your unwavering belief that what you seek is already on its way. Chosen ones, when you live by faith, you are not merely waiting for your desires to manifest. You are actively co-creating with the divine. You demonstrate to the universe that you are prepared to receive, and that is when everything begins to shift in your favor. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to everything you desire. Now that you recognize the power of faith, let's dive deeper into how this transition from wanting to receiving unfolds in your life. Aligning with the frequency of abundance. Chosen ones, let's explore the energy of abundance and how shifting your mindset from wanting to having is essential in manifesting your desires. At the heart of the universe is energy, a force that underlies all existence. Every thought, emotion, and belief you hold carries a unique frequency, and this frequency directly shapes the reality you experience. When you dwell in a state of wanting, your energy vibrates at a frequency of lack. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you send out a message that says, "I do not have what I desire," and the universe mirrors that reality back to you. However, when you shift into the energy of having, you elevate your vibration to align with abundance. Instead of fixating on what is missing, you attune yourself to the feeling of your desires already being fulfilled. This is the frequency that accelerates manifestation, allowing blessings to flow into your life with greater ease. Jesus emphasized the power of faith and gratitude in this process, teaching that when you believe you have received, it shall be yours. Mark 11:24. This belief aligns you with the very essence of abundance, drawing more of what you seek into your life. Imagine the difference in outcomes if, instead of asking, "Why don't I have this yet?" you affirmed, "Thank you, God, for this blessing." When you align with abundance, you do not merely hope, you embody the reality of already having what you desire. This shift changes everything. The universe responds to the energy you radiate. When you operate at the frequency of abundance, it is as if unseen doors swing open, ushering in prosperity, love, and fulfillment. Ask yourself, what if in this very moment I could embody the feeling of already having what I seek? How would this energetic shift alter the flow of blessings in your life? Embrace abundance, knowing that when you do, you create space for even greater miracles to manifest naturally. Cultivating the energy of having. So, how do you align with the frequency of abundance? It begins with your emotions. One of the most powerful ways to shift your energy is by cultivating feelings of gratitude, joy, and contentment. When you feel grateful for what you already have, you send a clear message: I am abundant. In response, the universe brings even more for you to appreciate. Even if your desires have not yet fully materialized, find joy in what already surrounds you. It could be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your skin, the love of a friend or family member, or the stillness of a peaceful morning. When you focus on these small yet profound blessings, your energy naturally shifts toward abundance, and the universe takes notice. Another essential practice in aligning with abundance is being mindful of the words you speak about your desires. When you dwell in a state of wanting, you might say things like, "I need more money," or "I wish I had a better job." But when you shift into the state of having, your language transforms. You begin to affirm, "I am grateful for the financial blessings flowing into my life." This change is powerful because words carry energy. The words you speak shape your reality. Visualization is another key practice. Spend time each day vividly imagining yourself already living in the reality you desire. See yourself in your dream home, driving the car you want, or experiencing the love and peace you long for. But don't just see it, feel it. The emotions behind the visualization amplify its effect. When you genuinely feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude of having what you desire, you send out a powerful signal that says, "This is my reality." At the same time, it is crucial to release any lingering doubt, fear, or feelings of unworthiness that may be blocking your alignment with abundance. These lower vibrational emotions create resistance and slow the manifestation process. If doubt or fear arises, acknowledge those feelings but do not let them take root. Remind yourself, "I am worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer. You are chosen, and abundance is your birthright." As you continue to align with the frequency of having, you will begin to see shifts in your external reality. New opportunities will arise, doors will open, things you once believed were out of reach will start manifesting before your eyes. This is the power of embodying abundance. It speeds up the manifestation process and allows your desires to flow into your life with greater ease. Chosen ones, remember, this shift from wanting to having is about far more than material gain. It is about fully embodying the energy of abundance in all areas of your life. When you do this, you not only attract financial blessings, but also experience deeper peace, joy, and fulfillment. This is the true essence of abundance. Releasing resistance. As you walk this path from wanting to having, there is a final but often overlooked step, the power of surrender. While aligning with abundance is essential, releasing resistance is equally crucial. Resistance takes many forms: doubt, fear, impatience, or the need to control exactly how and when your desires will manifest. To fully step into the energy of having, you must learn to let go and trust divine timing. Surrendering does not mean giving up on your dreams. It means releasing the need to control every aspect of their unfolding. Resistance arises when we try to force outcomes, creating inner tension that becomes a barrier to receiving. This struggle often delays or even blocks the blessings meant for us. Consider Sarah, the wife of Abraham. In her impatience to see God's promise fulfilled, she took matters into her own hands, urging Abraham to have a child with Hagar, Genesis 16. This attempt to control the timing of God's promise led to unnecessary hardship, showing how resistance and impatience can create unintended consequences. In contrast, surrendering allows God to manifest our desires in ways far greater than we could have imagined. What would happen if you released your grip on every detail and simply trusted that God is working behind the scenes on your behalf? Imagine the peace and ease that would fill your life if you no longer carried the weight of orchestrating every step. Jesus reminds us in Matthew 6:34 not to worry about tomorrow, for each day has its own purpose. Surrendering is a profound act of faith that allows divine wisdom to bring your desires to you in the most perfect way. Could your own resistance be the very thing delaying your blessings? How might your life transform if you simply trusted that everything is unfolding as it should? Embrace surrender, for it opens the path for God's grace to flow into your life, bringing blessings beyond what you can envision. Surrender requires trust. You must believe that the universe knows what is best for you and that everything is aligning perfectly, even if you cannot yet see the results. This can be difficult, especially when things seem slow or uncertain. But remember, chosen ones, divine timing is always perfect. Just because you do not see it yet does not mean it is not on its way. One of the most effective ways to practice surrender is through meditation and mindfulness. In moments of stillness, you quiet the mind, reconnect with your higher self, and release worries that hold you back. In this state of peace, you surrender your desires with full trust, knowing that what is meant for you will always find its way to you. Or when your desires will come to fruition, simply trust that they will. Another key aspect of surrender is detachment. Detachment does not mean ceasing to care about your desires. Rather, it signifies releasing emotional dependence on the outcome. When you are emotionally attached to your desires, you create resistance, driven by the fear of not attaining what you seek. However, when you detach, you liberate yourself from that fear. You come to understand that regardless of whether your desires unfold exactly as you envisioned, you will be perfectly fine. This detachment fosters a state of peace and trust, accelerating the manifestation process. Chosen ones, surrender also entails being open to receiving in ways beyond your expectations. Sometimes, the universe delivers our desires in forms different from what we originally imagined. If we cling too tightly to a specific outcome, we risk overlooking something even greater. By surrendering, you allow the universe to bring forth what is truly aligned with your highest good, even if it appears different from what you initially sought. Releasing resistance and surrendering to the flow of the universe opens you to receiving in ways that surpass your imagination. This is where miracles unfold. Your role is to align with the energy of having, and the universe will handle the rest. Living in the state of having. Chosen ones, now that you have shifted from a mindset of wanting to one of having, attuning yourself to the energy of abundance and harnessing the transformative power of surrender, you are ready to experience profound change. Fully embodying the state of having is not just a shift in thought, it is a deep internalization of your divine power, allowing you to move through life as if all you desire is already yours. On a spiritual level, it truly is. Living in this state means you no longer seek external validation or proof of your worth. You recognize that abundance originates from within, and the very presence of your desire signals that it is already making its way to you. The universe responds to your clarity and aligned energy. You may wonder, how can I live in the state of having when I still see lack? This is where your divine power becomes evident. Living in this state does not mean denying your current reality. Rather, it means transcending it. You acknowledge that while some blessings have yet to materialize physically, they already exist spiritually, awaiting their perfect moment. Your essence is not defined by external circumstances, but by your connection to the divine source of abundance. As co-creators with God, you do not merely wait for blessings, you actively create them. Living in the state of having cultivates peace, faith, and unwavering trust. No longer are you chasing after what you desire. Instead, you exist in a receptive flow, open to receiving all that aligns with your highest purpose. This shift in perspective transforms your energy, making you a powerful magnet for what is meant for you. Opportunities, relationships, and resources begin to flow effortlessly into your life. Even your goals take on new meaning. No longer driven by a need to fill a void, your aspirations become an expression of divine expansion, reflecting the abundance that already resides within you. You are not searching for completeness, you are expanding upon the wholeness that is already yours. Consider Romans 8:28, which reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Trust that every step, every delay, and even every obstacle serves a divine purpose. Instead of perceiving delays as setbacks, view them as setups for something greater than you could have envisioned. Trust in divine timing. Release the urge to control when and how your desires manifest. When you embrace this state, you are no longer bound by impatience or anxiety, but instead filled with the deep assurance that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Embracing this state of having means recognizing that you are not only worthy of your desires, but already connected to them in spirit. Living in the state of having extends beyond yourself. It shifts how you relate to others. You no longer feel the need to compete or compare. Instead, you celebrate the success of others, knowing that abundance is infinite. This state is expansive, vibrant, and rooted in love. As you align with this energy, your life transforms. You stop viewing obstacles as limitations and start seeing them as opportunities for growth. You welcome change, understanding that it leads you closer to your divine destiny. This way of living becomes a daily practice, one of aligning with abundance, trusting the journey, and embracing your divine power as a co-creator. Gratitude becomes your foundation, and as you release fear and attachment to specific outcomes, blessings flow effortlessly into your life. Over time, the results of living in this state become undeniable. Life moves with greater ease, synchronicities increase, and you find yourself in the right places, meeting the right people, and receiving exactly what you need. This is the magic of living in abundance, a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your existence. Chosen ones, as you step into your divine power and fully embody the state of having, your connection to your higher self strengthens. Your intuition sharpens, and you receive clearer guidance. Doubt fades, replaced by unwavering trust in your path. You are guided by a higher power, moving forward with confidence and purpose. Ultimately, living in the state of having is about embracing your true nature as a divine being. You were not created to struggle or live in lack. You are here to thrive, expand, and experience life's fullness. As you step into your role as a powerful co-creator, capable of manifesting anything your heart desires, you begin to see how abundant you already are. Chosen ones, your time is now. Embrace your divine power. Trust the journey. Know that everything you desire is already within reach. No more chasing, no more struggling. Simply open your heart, trust in divine timing, and allow blessings to flow freely into your life. This is the ultimate shift, from wanting to having, a journey of faith, surrender, and divine alignment. As you continue to embody this truth, the universe stands ready to bless you beyond measure. Remember, you are already abundant, already worthy, and already whole. Stand firm in this truth and watch as the universe responds to your divine energy. The shift has begun, and the blessings are on their way. Receive them, chosen ones. If this message has resonated with you, consider supporting us through the Super Thanks feature to help us continue sharing these insights. Whether you choose to contribute or not, we are deeply grateful for your presence, your listening, and your growth. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, share this message with those who need it, and leave a comment below. May God bless each and every one of you abundantly.